All right. Mikey, going to Salt Lake, just the second time that we played there. The first time we faced them there, we came out with a 3-1 win on the road. Kind of just expectation playing there, a little bit of a challenge with the altitude, but other than that, what can you expect out of this match, and how's the group going into this game?
Yeah, what I would say is every season is totally different, so it's going to be a totally different challenge. It's a little bit of a different RSL. It's a very good team, well coached. They're doing really well right now, and that stadium is always a tough one. But we know that we have the ability to make big road performances, and that's our mentality always. And last game was a step in the right direction, even though the result didn't go our way. So we're feeling like we're getting back on track, and now it's about taking another step together.
Any questions?
Mikey, how do you feel like this team has responded over this last four-match stretch in the MLS, not having picked up a win? How hungry, I guess, is this team going into this one?
Yeah, there's nobody in all of San Diego who wants to win more than the guys that are in this building. So that's first and foremost. Every time they step on a training pitch or in a match, they're trying their hardest to win the game. Right now, it's not really going our way. And the most important thing, though, is that we feel that in the last game, we got back to doing some real basic things really well. And ultimately, if we can string more of those plays together and get a little bit of consistency and really insist on that, we know that the tide will turn.
You guys just played Real Salt Lake. What did you learn from that match, and how do you feel like you can kind of pole vaulted into coming into this one?
Yeah, a team that's really dangerous, playing direct in the transitions on set pieces. They also can build up through you, but definitely got pace on the outside to go direct. And then ultimately, I also think what we learned is that we can keep the ball. We can be a little bit more efficient in our breakthrough moments against all the teams that we're playing. But we also know that we can take that step in the next game.
I know red cards have been quite a topic of conversation, and you mentioned it right after your last game. You expected some conversation about it. You said that you don't feel like some of the calls have been going your way, but even when you guys are out here in the training facility, is there something you guys are coaching your guys up on to kind of maybe hinder potential situations that they could put themselves in to pick up red cards?
It's so tough, right? Because if you put it in their head, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, like sometimes in life, that just comes even more towards you. So, of course, we all know we want to finish the game with 11. That's goal number one. We think that if we finish a game with 11, we give ourselves the best chance of winning, and we're here to win. Ultimately, it's about being a little bit more collective, so we end up in some less isolated situations, and then ultimately it's also about in the emergency situations, just making sure we're taking good decisions on the type of angles that we go at.
Mikey, what's the timeline on Anibal Godoy's return, and are there any other updates on the injury front?
Yeah, we have a few guys back to training this week. So Ian, Kieran, Andres even got into some of the training. Pele also trained this week, and it's going to be dependent on how he comes out of the training, but he could be available.
Okay, and then 2-game road trip coming up. What's the mindset you want your team to have?
The mindset is to pursue that performance that we know that we're capable of, and it's focusing on hammering the basic things over and over and over again.
Mikey, it's such a weird schedule this year with the World Cup break. How do you guys take that sort of the next month, and what's on your sort of to-do list here before there's a?
It's our new reality. Yeah, it's our new reality right now. It's about insisting on who we are and making sure that we insist on who we are from a football perspective, culture perspective, because you're always building that day to day. It's about making sure some of these younger, less experienced players that we help fill their toolboxes, because we need to support them and make sure that they're in the best position to perform, and then ultimately find consistency in our performances.
How do you keep that going when everybody disperses?
Yeah, that's no problem. That is a reset.
Okay.
At that point, it's a reset, new preseason. You reset all of the mindsets, and you get them going on the day-to-day from that point on.
Oh, excuse my ignorance here, but do you guys disperse? Will you continue to train here during the World Cup, or how does any of that work?
Everybody will get a break.
Okay.
And then we'll do a second preseason.
Okay.
And that second preseason will allow us to reset everything, and I think it'll be a huge benefit for us, because we're best when we train.
There seemed to be some challenges 2 matches ago when McVay was on his last red card. Now on the red card again, anything you kind of learned from that match that you can apply this time?
I think it's a strange play. You don't usually get a yellow card and a red card off of a dribble that you have, but ultimately the most important thing is we know that we got to finish games with 11 players, and if we do that, we have a better chance of winning.
We're playing without McVay again on the red card. Is there anything, because you just did it, is that?
Oh yeah, I think Ozzy gets more and more ready to play to his best abilities, and he's a young player, and we want to fill his toolbox. But this experience is massive for him.
Can you do it in Spanish? ¿Cómo te sientes acerca de este próximo juego que tienes este fin de semana?
Me siento bien, obviamente decepcionado por los últimos resultados, pero tratando de guiar el grupo para buscar el rendimiento que sabemos que nos da las mejores posibilidades, y eso es seguir insistiendo en las cosas más básicas.
Algo que estén preparando, que dijiste que ibas a hablar con el equipo después del juego anterior por la cantidad de tarjetas rojas que se han dado, algo que se ha visto, que se estén preparando.
Tratar de jugar un poquito más juntos para que no hay tantas jugadas aisladas, y también tomar un poquito mejores decisiones en momentos de emergencia.
Last question, please.
Any update on CJ, where he is in his?
Yeah,
recovery?
he keeps progressing, and at this point he's competing for playing time. Duran, we feel, is doing well though, but CJ's starting to knock on the door.
Thank you, guys.
He's the 2 right now, behind Durant?
Yeah, Pablo's hurt right now.
Right.
So at the moment he's the guy who's on our bench.
Gotcha.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
The
Appreciate
second
it.
yellow card was right in front of me. It seemed like a horrible call.
Yeah, it was.
Hello.
You guys let me know when you're all set up. Good. All right, folks, we're joined by defender Luca Bombino. Luca, you're playing Salt Lake that, if we're talking about the series, it's kind of split. We got a draw with them just recently, but in 2025 there was a road on the win, and then they came back and did the same against us. Just tell us how the team's going into this match, and then for you on a personal level, if I'm not mistaken, I think you scored your first goal for San Diego there.
You are mistaken. I scored it against Houston at home.
Okay.
That was my debut, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Your
still a
debut,
memorable
okay.
game. Still a memorable game. For me, as well as the group, we have something to prove. We're just getting back to the basics, going back to what makes us good. And this week of training, the week before, also we made really big steps in that area. Like I said, just going back to what makes us good, getting a lot of confidence on the ball, tidying some things up. But I think we have a lot to prove this weekend, and we're going to come out with a lot of intensity.
Luca, how frustrating has the stretch been, knowing that you guys haven't been playing up to the level that you have? And I know Mikey's talked a lot about just getting the basics right.
It's definitely frustrating just because we expect a lot from ourselves, and we proved in the first year that we can do it. So things haven't necessarily gone our way, but we know that we have all the talent and hard work within the squad to achieve the things we want to do on the field. So we're not stressed about it. We know that it'll come, and we're looking to get that started this weekend.
Do you feel like teams are starting to, maybe now that they've seen more and more tape on you all, that they're honing in more to what this team does scheme-wise, or is it just that this team's not maybe performing to the level that you want it to?
Look, maybe a bit of both. We know we're not at our best right now, but yeah, we're trying to get back to that. And as for the other teams, it's something we welcome. We do want the challenge of other teams adapting to our style, and I think that's good because it just gives us an opportunity to show that we can also adapt and break them down in a different way. So we're not worried about it. We just know that we have to control what we can control.
And red cards have obviously been a big topic of conversation lately. It's mostly been the center backs and one-off unlucky in Bartson and that other match. Has the coaching staff really kind of tried to teach you up on things you do or don't do, or they've not just kind of been like continue to play the way that you guys do?
The messaging is clear. It's just continue to play the way we play. We've been unlucky recently, but we know it's just a tough stretch, and we're going to get through it. It's not that we have to change anything. We just have to keep being us.
Is it more of a poise thing, or what's when coach talks to you about sort of avoiding those situations, what do you do? Or does he not talk about that?
I mean, it's football. We're going to get unlucky sometimes. Just, like later in the season, we may get lucky with a few of the same calls for us. It's just a difficult stretch. We're going to get through it. We just have to keep being ourselves and playing the way we do and not worry about that.
How much tougher is playing down on 11? I mean, I've got to imagine there's, a lot more you need to worry about when that's happening.
For sure. For one, you have to cover more distance, but also it means that you can't necessarily get to the same rhythm that you can establish in the game. but we know it's coming. It's just been a tough stretch. Yeah.
Luca, there was a list that went out in the last couple of days. It was kind of tracking total minutes played for teenagers across all leagues. You're sitting at number 8 on the list. Have you seen that, and if so, what does that mean to you to be able to show yourself this many minutes at your young stage in your career?
Yeah, my mom sent it to me. She watches everything like a hawk. I saw it. To me, I don't really pay much attention to it because right now I'm focused on what I can do this weekend with San Diego. So every day I'm working on the field to make sure that I stay healthy, stay fit, so I can keep getting those minutes up.
As a team, is this as frustrated as you guys have been since you've been here?
It's definitely a tough moment. I don't know if it's the toughest we've been in, but the morale around the building is still good. We know that everything is within our control on the training field, and we just have to translate that to the game. Yeah.
Thank you, Luca.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You guys let me know when you're all set. Cool. We'll go straight into questions. See whoever wants to take it away first.
Anibal, it's been a tough month for the club. How are your teammates feeling about the results, and how can you guys return to your winning ways?
Yeah, I think keeping working here in the field. I think is the best way to improve the performance and also the result. I think the last game, we improved the performance, but football is about results sometimes. And if you want to go to the playoff, and you have to win. But I think in the way we win, like here matter. You have to win in good way also. Play our football, play our style, and in the end of the season, we see what happened. But I think if we go in day by day, training by training, I think we have a big chance to come back quickly.
Anibal, how frustrating has it been having so much success last season, all the success you had this year, to now be going through a tough stretch of
Yeah, I think in the last year we have like the same moment. I remember we lose 3 games in a row. I think it's a Charlotte, Sun Lake here in home, and also Colorado. And after we come back, I think we know already, like a club, like a team, try to pass this moment, and it's about working. Like what I say, I think if we keep working every day here, we improve our quality, and we have more chance to win every single game.
Is there an extra edge, motivation?
Of course, because last year we're doing really well, almost all the year, all the season. But also in football, you have also this tough time, and you have to see the reaction of the group, and if the group is ready to take that moment, and I think the group is ready. We have an amazing group here, and we are ready to take every single moment.
What do you think the team's ready to get over that hump?
Sorry?
What has the team done to show that they're ready to sort of get past this?
Yeah, I think the attitude in the training, we put a lot of effort in the training, and also, I think because it's the best way to improve. What I say, like if you're going direct to the game without training, without improving the training, it's difficult. You keep playing in the same level, and you keep also doing the same thing. I think we try to come here and to put the best effort we have, and to try to improve also in the video analysis. I think every small detail help the team to win.
How do you explain all the red cards lately? Is that just bad luck or
It's,
something else?
I don't know. It's tough. I think it's a tough situation. I don't know. I don't understand what happened, I swear, because it's more difficult to play with 10 guys, and in the way we play, in the way we press, and you need all the 11 players in the field, but I think it's football. I think we have to improve in that part. But I don't know if it's luck, but I don't know what I say. It's difficult time to say this, to explain that feeling,
Señor, ¿cómo se ve el ánimo del equipo en cuanto a cómo se encuentran trabajando ahorita?
Sí, creo que hemos trabajado bien, como lo dije. Creo que la mejor manera de mejorar es trabajando aquí en la cancha, no pensar en el partido solamente. Creo que la forma que jugamos nosotros necesita de mucho trabajo, mucho entrenamiento, y creo que el grupo ha mejorado en esa parte, y los resultados vendrán. Si seguimos jugando nuestro fútbol, seguramente los resultados vendrán, y como lo dije, creo que hemos tenido un proceso ya el año pasado así igual a este, y sacamos el grupo adelante, sacamos el año adelante, entonces creo que son cosas que pasan en el fútbol, nada más hay que estar preparado y reaccionar de la mejor manera.
¿Qué tan difícil es jugar con 10 jugadores?
Es complicado, les digo, y más en la forma que nosotros jugamos, necesitamos de los 11, por la presión que hacemos, por la idea de fútbol con balón. Creo que si no tiene los 11 jugadores se complica un poco más. Ya lo hemos hecho con 10, pero ¿sabe? Es un poco más complicado, entonces por ahí creo que tenemos que aprender de lo que ha pasado y tratar de estar más tranquilo en esa parte.
¿Hay algo que quieran que piensen cambiar, que se les ha pedido cambiar, o ya nada más es suerte de que no hagan más?
No, creo que hay que seguir con la misma actitud. Por ahí los referí, no sé, ellos tendrán su motivo, pero creo que nosotros ser más inteligentes en ese tipo de cosas, uno siempre trata de ser agresivo, jugar agresivo, porque es fútbol al final. Si no eres agresivo en la cancha, el otro equipo te es agresivo y te puede ganar con sola actitud. Entonces por ahí tratar de seguir trabajando y minimizar esas situaciones.
Pregunta para ti. No sé si viste, pero hoy sacaron una lista de los 10 jugadores más jóvenes que han jugado los más minutos. Luca Bombino fue parte de esa lista. ¿Qué opinas tú del equipo juvenil que tienen aquí en SanDiego?
No, es increíble, es parte del proyecto del equipo, del grupo de trabajo. Creo que no solo es darle oportunidad a los jóvenes para marcar estadísticas, creo que aquí hay jóvenes que tienen mucha calidad y tienen mucho potencial para dar y para saltar a Europa. Creo que esa es la idea del club y nosotros yo como veterano, con jugador de experiencia, tratar de ayudarlo en todo lo que pueda y esa conexión de jóvenes con experiencia, creo que el año pasado no dio mucho fruto y ojalá este año nos siga dando los frutos.
¿Y qué has visto específicamente de Luca?
Bombino, muy profesional, le digo, con 19 años creo que trabaja muy fuerte, es el primer jugador en llegar, prácticamente le gusta trabajar en el gimnasio, creo que es un jugador muy profesional y lo ves reflejado en la cancha, en los partidos, creo que da todo, un jugador muy inteligente para sus 19 años, creo que tiene mucho potencial y seguramente no durará mucho dentro de la liga.
Y última pregunta, hoy se anunció de que va a haber 2 partidos internacionales aquí en SanDiego, trayendo 4 equipos, 4 países que la gente puede ver. ¿Qué significa eso para la ciudad de SanDiego?
Claro, es una ciudad futbolera, le digo, una ciudad futbolera. Si ves, el estadio siempre está lleno, por más que SanDiego vaya en mal momento, en los buenos momentos siempre la afición está apoyando y es muy bueno para la ciudad, le digo, no se va a recibir juegos del Mundial, pero sí amistosos previos al Mundial y creo que eso es una buena exposición para la ciudad, para una linda ciudad como SanDiego. Gracias.
Last question on the same regard, but in English. Today was announced that Snapdragon Stadium will host 2 international friendly matches, Australia versus Switzerland and Colombia versus Jordan. You as a player, what does it mean for these type of games, for these national teams to be able to play in SanDiego? And you as a player, the experience you have as a football player, what would it mean for them to experience SanDiego as a city?
Yeah, I think from the city is great because we know this is a football city right now. Everybody follows SanDiego and we have so many fans right now follow the team. And I think it's great experience for the city. It's amazing city and all the people come to watch football. I think before the World Cup, I think it's great. It's a great opportunity for the city to show how this city is, like in the way this city grow up, in football. And right now in this moment, I think it's amazing from everything. Thank you. Gracias.